Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another HollywoodShono in real life video. Now in this video I'm going to show off the 3 laptops that I actually use, not counting my desktop computer, which I had custom built in May of 2018, but these are the 3 computers I've used within the last 3 years. And we're talking about the Microsoft Surface Go 256 gig with LTE, the Razer Blade Pro, which I recently got in late May, early June 2019 with the RTX 2080, and the OG Surface Book with a 940M, 1 terabyte capacity. Now, what I've always liked about this screen right here is that it is a touchscreen. Unfortunately, when it comes to games and even running BlueStacks emulation or streaming, it falls a little bit short. So if you use it for anything other than gaming, it's actually a great device. But I want to talk for a minute about the big boy right here in the middle, the Razer Blade Pro 17-inch. Now, this is my new daily driver. Obviously, when I'm at home, I still use the desktop computer just because it's easier. But the reason that I got this laptop is for portability and also for being able to do stuff with friends. If I go over people's houses, I want to be able to game on my own device and not having to use other people's stuff. And also, things just look nicer on a PC versus a PlayStation or an Xbox. So Borderlands 3 is coming out next month. WWE 2K20 is coming out in October. And yeah, I can't wait to actually play more stuff on it. Now, I did make a little upgrade in the Razer Blade. I put a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD in there. Because 500 gigs is not enough, but you can look at the bezel on the Razer Blade in comparison to the Surface Book and even the Surface Go, which has even bigger bezels in the book. And it's not really that noticeable. Obviously, if you stare at a panel long enough, you don't really notice or care about the bezels. But other than this little camera front here, it's not that big of a deal. The camera front is very tiny. And if you want to go one better, even the camera on the Surface Go beats both the OG Surface Book 1 and the Razer Blade in the middle. So you can see the Surface Go camera actually looks great, even though it has a smaller pixel count. The Razer Blade sucks. The Surface Book, it's okay. But yeah, for some reason, the camera on the Surface Go is actually the best camera out of all 3 devices that I'm using. One thing that I do admit I really love about the Razer Blade is the selection of ports here. You can see that we have the power delivery. We have an Ethernet port in the Razer Blade Pro. We have 2 USB-A's, a USB-C, and a headphone jack, which is very important in 2019. And even on the right side, we have a full-size SD card reader, a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C connector, another USB-A, which I use for the Razer mouse right here, and we also have an HDMI out port and a Kensington lock right there. So the Razer Blade has no shortage of ports by far. And the weird thing is, under the fan, you can even see some of the RGB lighting. So kind of a cool functionality that just goes through the keyboard and somehow under the ports. But what's also nice about this Razer Blade is that it actually has 2 hard drive slots, and you can upgrade it to 64 gigs. And now you can hear the speakers on the Razer Blade, which just sound absolutely nice and clear, loud, and very good. And on a laptop, I'm very impressed. So should you buy a Razer Blade Pro or should you buy a lesser variant? Well, it depends on your needs. You have to keep in mind that the Razer Blade Pro is about 6 pounds, 6.2 pounds. The lighter variant at 13 inches is about 4.5 pounds, and I believe the 13-inch, which you definitely need a graphics card to do anything gaming related, is I believe about 3 pounds. Actual things are on the website, but I am a proud owner of a Razer Blade laptop, and I must say I'm very happy with the way it works. I've streamed off it with no issues. I've run basically anything on the desktop, and it runs just great. And the beautiful thing about this panel is that it's 144 hertz. Now, there is not a 240 hertz option on the 17-inch model, but honestly, do you really need 240 hertz in 2019? No. I think 60 hertz is good enough, but some people swear behind 144 hertz, but you also have to understand that the games need to be able to run 144 FPS. Now, the great thing about the Razer Blade is that it does support the Razer core, So you can put a desktop grade graphics card. So for example, if the RTX 3080 comes out in about 2 years, you'll be able to use it. While this is a big pill to swallow, you also have to remember that this is a no compromise, clean looking laptop, and I think it's one of the best looking laptops out there. So yeah, you could probably pay a little bit more for an Alienware and get a little bit more customization within it, but I think the Razer Blade is good enough for anybody's needs. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, or if you own one of the Surface products. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!